Okay, good morning, boys. So today we're starting a new topic, but really we did an extension on all of this before, so most of this topic you already know, but we're going through it again because the other 5.3 class will be doing it, and that will be the next thing that everyone should be doing together. So I've just given a summary here of everything that you need to know about solving quadratic equations. So just a reminder, we make it equal to 0. So everything goes to one side and we have it equal to 0. Just make sure that you've got x squared, x and the number in that order. Then we're going to factorise this quadratic expression on the left-hand side and solve the whole thing by making each bracket equal to 0. If we can't factorise, then we use the quadratic formula, which I've already taught you. Okay, so if we have a look at our examples here, we're solving these questions. So we have to end up with answers for m. So this question's been given to you like this. We've already got brackets. This is a really important tip. If you have been given brackets, don't ruin it by expanding. Because if you expand it, you then got to factorise it again and get it back in the brackets. So it's basically already been factorised. So all we're going to do is make each bracket equal to 0 and solve it. The next one down here, again, they've already given you brackets. Don't expand it. So we're going to take each bracket and make it equal to 0. Don't forget the W out there basically is in a bracket. You can put brackets around it if you like. So we've got that equal to 0 and 3W minus 2 equal to 0. Solve the two of them. This is already solved. And there's your two answers. Over in the next one, some of you struggled trying to get through these sorts of questions, so I'm doing two of these. So when you've got one like that, it's already set up, ready to go. We've got it equal to 0. The y's are in decreasing order of their powers. So we've got our y squared first, then our y, then our number. So it's ready to go. We're ready to factorise. So with this one, we're using our product sum method. Don't forget, these two things have to be multiplied. So our product is going to be positive 12. Our sum comes from the middle here. The sum is positive 7. So we're looking for factors of 12. Our factor pairs are 1 and 12, 2 and 6, and 3 and 4. To get a 7, these two add to give 7, so that's our pair. This tells you that the highest of those numbers is going to get a plus, and this tells you that the signs are going to be the same. So the higher of these two numbers is the 4, it's going to get the plus. And they have to have the same sign, so the other one will have a plus as well. So when we set up the factorising, don't forget what we do here. So we've got brackets and a fraction bar. Whatever's written here goes into the whole setup here. So we've got 2y, 2y, and 2 on the bottom. So you can imagine if you multiplied the 2y by 2y, you'd get 4y squared. Divide by 2 and you get 2y squared, so it should be giving you what's up there. Alright, then we just put our two numbers in the brackets. It doesn't matter which brackets they go in because they're the same anyway. And then we go and have a look and see what we can factorise. Here we have no common factor, so just copy the bracket down. In the second one, we have a common factor of 2. So we're going to take that 2 out and that leaves us with y plus 2. The 2's will cancel. The thing on the bottom will always cancel with something on the top so that the fraction disappears. We're now left with these two brackets. We're going to make each bracket equal to 0 and get our answers out. In the next one, we're doing the same thing. So the product is 8 times minus 3, that's minus 24. The sum is the middle number, which is minus 2. Our factor pairs for 24 are listed over here. Our factor pair that works to give us a 2 is the 4 and 6 because they subtract to give you 2. So this tells you the highest of those numbers gets a minus. So the 6 is going to get the minus. And up here, the negative tells you that they're going to be different signs. So if this has got a minus, this will have a plus to be different. So then we do our setup. Take our 8y, and 8 on the bottom for the setup. Put your two numbers into the brackets. Then we're looking for a common factor for each bracket. There is a common factor here of 4, so take it out. And you're left with 2y plus 1 in the bracket. And in the second bracket, you've got a common factor of 2. Take it out and have 4y minus 3 in the bracket. On the top here, you've got 4 times 2, which is 8. That will cancel with the 8 at the bottom. So now you're left with your 2 brackets equal to 0. Make each bracket equal to 0 and finish the question. I'm coming back in the next video to do some more examples.